Toni Basil did an interview with us. We heard from her earlier, but she spoke and will speak to you about a bit of history, about the early whackers, because you have to know, this goes way back.
I found out about whacking when the Lockers were performing in Reno, I think it was in '74, and Fred Berry came up to me, one of the Lockers, and he said, these gay guys are doing something really big, you should look into it. It was like, and I said, where can I see this? And he said, down on Highland Boulevard in a club called the Paradise. I went straight there and I saw Whacking already formed. The DJ put on Papa Was a Rolling Stone, which is quite a long song. The guys that were the whackers in the club kind of masked up, and they masked up in all these poses, and they started working the music, ba-dum, ba-dum, da-ba, and they did these beautiful poses that made pictures, collective pictures, not just like the Lockers. There was never a battle circle. It was always about embracing the dance, and then out of the pack, somebody would move out of the pack solo and move back into the pack. Then somebody else would move out of the pack. But everybody was still doing these really subtle, oh my God. Well, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, I think, is an 11-minute song. It's something crazy long. And it would have taken a Broadway choreographer 6 weeks to develop something of that sort, and it was flawless. You could film it right as it was happening, and you could have said, yep, that goes on Broadway. What you are doing in the battles this week is it's a merger of these individuals that had very separate styles, but collectively, you put all their styles together, and it is what you're doing this week. The original whackers that performed with me in my Roxy show and my Fox Spanish show, but I have pictures here. Now, I don't know if you can see. That's Andrew Frank, you know? You can just see. And he was the king of poses and elegance and oh my God, it was raw and beautiful, and he was tall and lanky. So his movement had flow and elegance to it. Billy Starr, you can see, it's a pose again. And Billy was famous for doing his whacking, but on the floor. He did all floor work. Andrew's whacking was tall and moved around the stage, whereas Billy Starr would whack on the floor, almost like a cat, you know, but hitting the beats of the music. Everybody was always dressed. Oh my God, dressed to the nines. This is Arthur Golf. Arthur's style was very interesting and very petit allegro. His whacking was almost, he would do things like read a book. Like he would pretend it was a book and turn the pages, but in tempo with the music. There was a lot of fingers, and it was not large. It was down in what we call petit allegro. Tinker Toy, who was adorable, and he hands down is created with the whacking. He's the first person I saw do it, and no one at that time period could do anything as fast as Tinker. He would start those arms, and it was a bam, bam. I mean, the arms were so fast and so big. He's absolutely credited with that. So you put all those things together and you get whacking. Like the early Lockers and the early the whackers, they didn't even have phones because it was very pricey to have a phone put in your apartment. So you just held your breath and hoped everybody was meeting up at the club. We told stories. I was able to put stories together in my shows because everybody danced with ideas and stories and communication. Why have anybody do what I do? Do what you do.